You're sitting comfortably on a plane, maybe watching a movie or enjoying a snack, when suddenly the aircraft shakes. A few bumps become stronger jolts and the seatbelt sign lights up. Almost immediately, people start wondering the same thing. What exactly is happening outside? Is something wrong with the plane, or are those unsettling movements simply a normal part of flying? Turbulence has been experienced by millions of passengers, yet many people still don't fully understand what it really is. Today we'll explore the science behind those unexpected bumps and discover why they happen, right here on History of Simple Things. When we think about flying, it's easy to imagine airplanes gliding through empty space. But the sky isn't empty at all. It's filled with air, and that air is constantly moving. Wind flows in different directions, temperatures change from place to place, and atmospheric pressure varies throughout the atmosphere. In many ways, flying through the air is similar to sailing on the ocean. The sea sometimes appears calm and smooth, but waves and currents can still move a boat around. Air behaves in a similar manner. Although we can't see it, the atmosphere contains invisible currents and pockets of moving air. When an airplane passes through these uneven areas, it experiences what we call turbulence. Simply put, turbulence is irregular movement in the air that causes an aircraft to shake or bounce. Turbulence can occur for several reasons. One of the most common causes is uneven heating of the Earth's surface. During the day, sunlight warms the ground, and that heat causes pockets of warm air to rise. Cooler air then moves in to replace it. This creates vertical air currents that can make an aircraft rise and fall slightly. Mountains are another source of turbulence. As strong winds encounter mountain ranges, the airflow is forced upward and downward, creating invisible waves in the atmosphere. Aircraft flying through these waves may experience noticeable bumps even when the weather appears perfectly clear. Storms and clouds can also create turbulence. Thunderstorms contain powerful updrafts and downdrafts that disturb the surrounding air. Pilots generally avoid flying directly through severe storms because the turbulent conditions inside them can be intense. Another type, called clear air turbulence, occurs high above the ground, where there may be no visible clouds at all. This happens when fast-moving streams of air, known as jet streams, interact with slower air masses nearby. Since there are often no visual signs, clear air turbulence can sometimes arrive unexpectedly. Even mild turbulence can feel alarming because humans are very sensitive to unexpected motion. When you're seated inside the cabin, every bump feels magnified. A slight change in altitude or a brief shift in airflow may seem much larger than it actually is. In reality, airplanes are designed to move with the air rather than fight against it. The wings flex naturally, absorbing many of the forces created by turbulence. What feels like a major drop to passengers is often only a small change in altitude, sometimes just a few feet. Our brains also tend to associate shaking with danger because we rarely experience movement without being in control. Inside a car, we can see the road and anticipate bumps. But thousands of feet above the ground, we have no visual reference, which can make ordinary turbulence seem much more frightening. This is perhaps the biggest fear many passengers have, but the answer is reassuring. Modern airplanes are built to withstand forces far greater than those produced by normal turbulence. Engineers test aircraft under extreme conditions, and pilots receive extensive training to handle rough air safely. Turbulence itself almost never causes an airplane to crash. Most turbulence-related injuries occur not because of damage to the aircraft, but because passengers or crew members are not wearing their seatbelts. During sudden jolts, unsecured individuals can be thrown against seats or overhead compartments. That's why airlines encourage passengers to keep their seatbelts fastened even when the sign is turned off. A simple buckle provides protection against unexpected bumps that may occur without warning. Pilots and meteorologists work together to avoid rough conditions whenever possible. Weather radar helps detect storms and heavy precipitation, while forecasts provide information about jet streams and other atmospheric conditions. Pilots also communicate with one another. If one aircraft encounters turbulence, the crew can report its location and severity so that other planes flying nearby can prepare or choose a different route. However, not all turbulence can be seen or predicted perfectly. Clear air turbulence, in particular, remains difficult to detect because it often forms without clouds or visible signs. Researchers are continually developing new technologies to improve forecasting and make flights even smoother. Many people assume airplanes can simply climb higher to escape turbulence. Sometimes they do. Pilots may request a change in altitude if smoother air is available. But the atmosphere is a complex environment. Turbulence can exist at multiple heights, and factors such as fuel efficiency, air traffic, and weather patterns influence where an aircraft flies. Sometimes the smoothest route may actually be lower rather than higher. Even when some turbulence cannot be avoided, pilots aim to minimize discomfort and maintain the safest possible flight path. Scientists have been studying whether climate change may affect turbulence. Some research suggests that changes in atmospheric temperatures and stronger jet stream patterns could increase the frequency of certain types of clear air turbulence, especially on busy flight routes. Although air travel remains remarkably safe, future forecasting methods and improved technology may become increasingly important as researchers continue to monitor these changes. Turbulence may feel unsettling, but it's really just a natural consequence of flying through an atmosphere that is constantly in motion. Invisible currents, temperature differences, mountains, storms, and jet streams all contribute to the bumps we occasionally feel during a flight. While those sudden shakes can seem dramatic, modern aircraft are built to handle them, and pilots are trained to navigate them safely. So the next time your seat vibrates and the cabin shakes unexpectedly, remember that the airplane isn't falling apart. It's simply riding through invisible waves in the sky, something pilots and aircraft have been doing for decades. And behind those bumps lies a fascinating reminder that even something as ordinary as air is constantly moving and changing, waiting to reveal another simple mystery. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.